back. Welcome back to this first full week of the new year. And we've dropped some incredible podcasts already. And today I got a gift, and I'm going to share that gift with you. And we're going to wrap this into a few different arenas, if you will. And that gift is that you cannot grow, you cannot expand if you're not willing to repair. So this was a gift given to me by a brother this morning, and he didn't even know it, but sent me something that he had been working through, and I read it, and this stood out like a beacon in a foggy night. And it was the fact that oftentimes that we are 100% looking at change. And this is no different this time of year. It's one of the greatest times of years that people just like, oh, I got a fresh calendar. It's like a new lease on life. You can look at it from a standpoint of like, okay, it's a new tax year. It's a new producing year. It's a new body year. It's a new relationship year, whatever. 2020 is going to be great. Everybody says, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's a year of optics, right? 2020 vision. Cool. Whatever you want to say about 2020. But everybody is looking at the fact that they have a new slate and they can look forward, and it's a new year. And just a number on the calendar just refreshes everything. Think about that for a second. Think about that from a mindset. It's just a number on a calendar. But you can create, in a heartbeat, a mindset that starts to be positive. And so here you are. And you may have set some expansion goals, some growth in your life. You may have already failed at it. You may have set it forth and not started it yet. I don't know where it is for you. But we'll have you consider today, this gift that I got from my friend was an aspect of doing exactly what you need to do to be able to grow. So oftentimes we don't want to look back. We don't want to look back and see some of the trauma that has been created, some of the cracks in our foundation. We want to just draw a line, clear the slate, and move forward. And although that is very healthy in some aspects, the inability, though, to look back and see the traumas that have created, the cracks in your foundation, and not be willing to look at that and repair that will fundamentally create chaos and destruction down the road. I know. We want all the good. We do. We want all the good. Now let's put it in perspective here. And we'll go through some of the domains that you know I talk about a lot. For instance, in your body. I want to grow in my body. Not horizontally. I wouldn't mind growing vertically. But I want to grow in my body. Meaning I want to expand. I want to get better. I want to feel better. I want to have more energy. I want to lose some weight. I want to have a different body composition. Whatever that may be for you. You want to grow. You want to expand. You want to be healthier. Everybody wants to be healthier. However, you may have done some damage to your body in the past that requires you to do some repairs. And without those repairs, you're going to go down the path of expansion in your body only to have it stop, literally get shut down because of your unwillingness to look at the repairs that you need. I'm an example of this. Those of you who follow me, I had a knee injury over the summer. I was running and I loved it. With pounding trail runs. I can't run on pavement. I can't run on a treadmill, but I can run trails. Part of me growing up and in the ski world, we run trails. All the way up Mount Hood, Oregon, Mount Bachelor, Colorado. Just trails. Any trail I could find, I'd be on it. It was so much fun. Love trail running. So I run trails around here. The reason about my house, where I have my house, is because I can actually walk out the back door and I'm on a trail. And I can run forever. I can run all the way down into town, around town, and do all these types of things. So I loved running, and then my knee shut me down. And it was something I had neglected for some time. I knew it was kind of there. I knew it was a meniscus issue, and I just kept ignoring it. I was like, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. And not taking my own recommendations. And I wasn't willing to let that repair to a point that towards the end of the summer, it shut me down. I had to stop running altogether. Like, literally could not walk in the morning. It's an example. You want a new relationship. And you think by actually just showing up at a date night with your spouse is going to fix that. Or taking your kiddo out to spoon me after you've been an asshole for years is going to actually make everything better. Crazy, isn't it? But it's human nature to just say, hey, well, I'm doing the work right now. Why are you so mad? And you have a relationship that's been fractured. The foundation is crumbling for years, and you want actually new this year. My New Year's resolution is to pour into my spouse, my husband, and my wife. We're going to make this a better year. So we don't fight as much, and maybe we enjoy each other a little bit more. And you start this path of expansion without going back and opening up the old wounds with some submission, some sorries, some apologies, some conversations. And you expect to now build this new relationship on a foundation that's got cracks. What do you think is going to happen? It's going to crumble. It's going to crumble. And I know this sucks from the standpoint of like, why do I have to go back to get ahead? Why do I have to look back to get ahead? Well, it's because of the decisions that we've made. It's because of the decisions that we've made. The way we've shown up in the past is not going to serve us in the future. So fundamentally, we have to do two things. We have to repair what we've done in the past and look forward to expansion in the future and becoming something that we are better than we were in the past so we don't repeat that again. And it shows up in other arenas, doesn't it? How about our bank accounts? Shit, I made a stupid investment that didn't pan out. What do you have to do? You don't get to just move on. You have to repair that. Fundamentally, that's lost money. It's money that went a direction that you cannot recover, and you have to go earn more. You have to go earn more to get to the same place. You have to go back before you can go ahead. And so you can't just expand off of like, oh, that money's lost, I'm just going to go from here. You have to rebuild that foundation to be able to move ahead. Are you getting this? And I ask this. There'll come a time that you start commenting on these. Whether you see it on Facebook or Instagram, on Apple or iTunes, or you see it on YouTube. Make a comment because it's going to make an impact. It lets other people know that you're going through the same thing. And you're hearing my voice right now because this resonates with you. If you're not hearing my voice right now, you shut me off and you can go away. Because you already did. But it's a concept that you hear resonating with this story. And this was a gift that I shared to you because it was a gift to me that I am setting some did I say excruciating? It is excruciating. Excruciating painful. Probably putting 30 to 40 hours into planning my year. Started in early December. And in chunks, 2 to 3 to 4 hours here and there. Here I am. With expanded vision, expanded dreams for what we're going to conquer this year, what I'm going to knock down this year. And a gift this morning is, you gotta look back. You gotta look back and repair so that you may have a foundation that when you do expand, when you do have all these things in order, and these dominoes fall, these things get knocked down, you've built it on a foundation that can hold it. You've built it on a foundation that will last, has sustainability, and you've protected now what you've built. Why go spend a year chasing half marathons, knowing that your knee is going to actually require your attention down the road, and you do all this work to be shut down and not be able to accomplish your goals? why do all the work unless you're willing to protect it? And one of the most phenomenal ways that you can protect it is to go back and shore up what needs shoring up in your life, across your body, across your relationships, across your bank account, so that you may build this 2020 on a foundation that is absolutely granite. Better than yet, it's quartz. Quartzite. Stronger than granite. You countertop people, you know this. But you build it on a foundation not of porcelain or glass that will shatter. You build it on a foundation that is solid and true, so that you may expand in this 2020 in such a healthy way. If it's in your body, we may need to talk. This is what I do every day. Every day for people is like, let's shore up the structure so that you can move. You need to shore up the structure. You can go run a marathon. You can go play the sports. You can do a Tough Mudder and Spartan race. But you're blowing this thing apart unless you can get the proper alignment. So many examples I can use on this. So many examples in my own life that I've done this. But what will you do with it today? What will you do with this gift? I received it, and I give it away. And I will do some of what I need to do in my own world, so that when I do expand and when I do hit these goals, it's not just a flash in the pan. You spend an entire year, and this was my recognition, is spend an entire year planning all these types of things and leave the family behind. We haven't yet planned my vacations, my headspace, my physical rest, the ability to come back into the office and be fresh and be able to pour in patience. I knew I needed to do it, but I got to shore that up before I can move ahead. Next thing you know, I'll be a year down the road doing all this for my family, but never doing it with my family. So these are checkpoints for you. Doesn't resonate with you? Fine. You're not willing to look at it. Because I guarantee this is showing up somewhere in your world. And you're not willing to work on it, and you're not going to have the expansion. Or if you do have the expansion, it's only going to happen for a flash. And it'll be all taken away. And you'll find yourself a year from now, further back than you were ever before, having to rebuild lost a year, or worse yet, even 2 years. Having to rebuild and rebuild again, and you'll be at the same spot that you and I are talking about right now, at a crux, at a decision of like, do I build this on granite by going back and shoring up these spots? Or do I try to surge ahead and expand without having the foundation that I need? You want another example? I'm exposed legally. Not that I've had legal challenges, but I've looked at my world, and in order to move ahead, I need to shore up some legal aspects of stuff. I don't have a flippin' legal team. I don't have contracts that are good or good enough, and I may not even know where else I'm exposed. And so I'm shoring up my legal aspects before I move ahead. A lawyer is going to be engaged and involved to look over everything, and it sucks. I got to pay a lot of money. Lawyers aren't cheap. But now I'm bringing in a lawyer to be part of my team to allow me to grow. Because why would I grow this entire empire that I'm trying to grow and let it be taken out by some stupid, crazy thing or person that could do it and not be protected? Are you seeing how this works? Are you seeing how this works? Because if you're not, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble. If you're not seeing where you're exposed. If you're not seeing the cracks in your foundation. If you're not seeing where you need to shore up. And when growth is upon you, it will be gone as quickly as it is. And you'll be back in the same place. Don't do it. Learn this today. as light as it was for me, light shining in on you as a gift from above, just to say, hey, we want to grow and expand in 2020. But why don't you consider this? Looking back to get ahead. Why don't you consider repairing what needs repairing so that you may expand to what you want to be? And love and light, that's all I got for you today.